Okay, guys. Hi. I'm so sorry. I'm late. Technical difficulties. You know how that is. But I want to say welcome. First, I want to say Happy New Year. Happy 2022. And I want to say welcome to the very first episode in 2022 of TKTV. I'm your host, Tracy Knight. I put the TK in TKTV. And I want to say thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for being here, even though I was a little late. I'm so sorry. And thank you for being here on our first episode of Ask Tracy of 2022, where you ask the questions and I try to get your answers because, like I always say, if you have questions, I have answers. Let me tell you a little bit about myself for those of us who are new here, who has never seen TKTV. My God. My name is Arnitris Knight. Everybody calls me Tracy. I'm an independent beauty consultant with Mary Kay, going on almost my eighth year. I'm loving it. I can't imagine what life would have been like had I said anything other than yes. So it's amazing. And in those almost 8 years, I've learned a lot about skincare and beauty and everything else like that. And I always want to share that with you. But I also want to know what you think, what you want to know, what questions you might have. So here we are on Wednesday nights at 7:30. Ask Tracy, where your questions get answered. And if I don't know the answer, trust and believe I'm going to find somebody who does. So I know we've been busy and we've been trying to do our thing. Christmas just went by, the new year just went by. And so I'm like, oh my God, I got to get some questions. And so I have a question for you because I've been noticing some things. Now, if you've been with us before, you've been with me before, you know that I have been talking constantly about skincare needs and how they change. Because like I always say, when the weather changes, your skin changes and your skincare needs change. So I think in the last episode of last year, like that was such a long time ago, we talked about that and specifically how I noticed my skin had been changing with the transition of the weather and everything. And now that winter has pretty much made up its mind that it's here, I mean, because locally here on Sunday, it was 70, almost 70 degrees. Monday, we were covered in 7 to 12 inches of snow. Some people got even more. So I don't know. Something wacky's going on around in the atmosphere. But now that it seems like winter is here, my skin has now gotten to the point where it's transitioned into the winter mode. Because like I said, when the seasons change, skin changes, and that includes mine. So I have the luxury of just walking down the hall, pulling something awesome off my shelf, and then incorporating it into my skincare routine. But I also want to share that with you guys because I'm loving what I have put into it right now to get my skin back to where I wanted it to be. So let's talk retinol. That's the question of today. What is retinol? Well, I guess another question is why retinol? Well, I did a little research, of course. I kind of knew most of it, but I always want to make sure I come to you guys with the most up-to-date information so that what I know, you know, we all know it together. Okay. Retinol is a derivative of vitamin A, which we naturally produce in some of the foods that we eat. And that helps us create a healthy cell production throughout our bodies. But when you're putting it on your face, it's a little bit different. It's still doing that, but pure retinol helps renew and revive the collagen loss, elastin loss that you've been losing since you were in your 20s. I know that a lot of people did not know that their skin was losing collagen or elastin in their 20s. Who paid attention to it at that point? Your skin looked fabulous and you never paid attention to it. But in reality, collagen and elastin had been packing up and moving out in your 20s. And you may not have noticed it until you were in your 30s or your 40s. That's when you noticed that your skin wasn't as tight as it used to be, or bright, or the skin tone and texture had changed. Okay. So you're like, what's going on with your skin? Well, retinol plays a part in helping to rebuild that collagen and replace that elastin to give you back that tone, that firmness, and that, elasticity, not to mention to help get rid of those fine lines and wrinkles. So what did I incorporate into my skincare routine? I'm going to tell you. Mary Kay came out with a little over a year ago. It's been so I've lost track of time with the whole pandemic thing, but it is kind of new to the skincare play yard here at Mary Kay. It's called Clinical Solutions, right? So this pretty box, really pretty box. And it is the gold standard, according to dermatologists, to help reverse and slow down that skin aging process. And especially while your skin is transitioning with the changes in the weather and everything else, like the last thing you want to worry about is the aging process, right? So, like I said, I did my little research. Okay, like I said, it's the gold standard recommended for adults of every age to help. Now, get this: if you're driving, pull over. Okay, it's going to help prevent the signs of aging that you haven't even seen yet. You haven't even come across it, and don't pull off yet. It's going to reverse any advanced visible signs of aging. I don't know many things out there that can do that. And if you've been paying attention to the television, like I have, since we're pretty much housebound again, okay, the word retinol has been all over the television and all the skincare and the beauty aids and the commercials that you see out there. Okay, I'm not putting them down, but all I'm gonna say is yeah, we've been there. We've been there, done that. Got the coffee mug, the cap, and the pencil. We already knew the great benefits of retinol. When I say new, I mean Mary Kay. We've already done there. I even seen a commercial where there is retinol in the body wash, so we know that it's beneficial to our skin, not just our face, but for all over our bodies. So that's a good thing. But like I said, Clinical Solutions has been around with us for about a year or so. Preventing the signs of ages that you can't see and reversing those that you started to notice, skin not being as tight or bright and firm. And for me, as I was transitioning into the winter, I'm noticing, or I was, the texture of my skin, the smoothness, that it just didn't just I wasn't feeling it. It wasn't where I wanted it to be. So of course I walked on down the hall and I got my Clinical Solutions. Now this is a two-part system. Let's see, it comes in a nice pretty box right here. Just folding out. And it comes with the retinol, 0.5% pure retinol. Okay. And it also comes with the calming facial milk right here. All right. These are great products to have. Okay. So let me tell you a little bit about them. All right. Like I said, retinol, a derivative of vitamin A, can help regain the collagen that your skin is losing every year. It didn't just move out in your 20s. It goes away every year since then, all right? It's going to help improve those wrinkles, the firmness, and the skin tone that you may have seen a difference in, okay? After about 8 weeks, everyone who's tried it, 100% of the women and men who have tried it have noticed an improvement in their skin's smoothness. I know I have, because my skin was doing a little rocky road thing for a while as winter made up its mind, and I was not having that. So we incorporate the Clinical Solutions. And then after 8 weeks, they show over 400% in skin radiance, which means you get back your glow. Now, you've heard me say 8 weeks. That's because when you use the Clinical Solutions, there is a retinization process. Now, the dermatologists and the developers at Mary Kay came together to let's find a way, y'all, to help people who have never used retinol on their skin benefit from that and get their skin acclimated to having it on their skin. Because we're talking pure, potent retinol. Don't get scared. Don't get afraid. It's not going to hurt you. Your skin's not going to burn off. But for some people who've never used retinol, this may be a little different for them on their system. So for that first 8 weeks that you're going to be using it, you're going to go through a retinization process. Now it's like, how do I do that? Now when you open this lovely box, you're going to get the like I said, the retinol and the facial milk. Okay. But in addition to that, of course, you're going to get the instructions. It's going to tell you what to do. And the favorite part of that I like is that when you're going through your retinization, your 8 weeks, okay, 8 weeks to train your skin, this is a chart to tell you how. Because like I said, that 8 weeks of retinization is a little bit of a process. So like the first couple of weeks, like week 1 and week 2, you're going to take a little bit, one pump of the retinol And you're going to mix it a little bit with the calming milk. And you're just going to put that on your skin, staying away from your eyes, okay? Staying away from your eyes. Now, for the first week and the second week, you're going to do it like that. Weeks 3 and 4, you're going to take the retinol, pump it by itself, and put it on your skin, and then follow it up with the facial milk, okay? Your skin's going to love it. Trust me. And then 5 and 6, you're going to bump it up a little more. You're going to use it twice a week because you're getting your skin used to having this pure retinol on it. You're going to use it twice a week, and then you're only going to use the milk as needed. You'll find that you might not use the milk. Now, some people who have never had retinol on their skin may have a little bit of flakiness, a little bit of dryness. In true transparency, my first couple of weeks when I used it, I had a little bit of dryness, like right here, just right here. And then after a couple of weeks, it was gone. And then I noticed a lot of other things happening with my skin on the good side. The brightness came back. I started to notice more firmness and smoothness to my skin. And so I kept going with the retinization. And in weeks 7 and 8, as you're going toward the end, you can do it 3 to 5 times a week and only use the milk as necessary. Okay. And then after that, you are ready to jump back in with your regular skincare routine, adding the clinical solutions and the retinol into your routine so you can bring that youthful look back to your skin and keep it nice and smooth and firm and fight back those fine lines and wrinkles. How amazing is that? Okay, like I said, here's the chart. It helps you go through those first 8 weeks. Plus, your amazing beauty consultant can also help you with a journal. This is the beginning of my journal. I started those first 4 weeks, okay? But this will help you keep track of what's going on with your skin. So if there's an issue or something, you can always get with your consultant and say, look, I'm in week 3 and I'm feeling X, Y, and Z. And then she or he, because we do have some amazing male consultants, can help guide you through the process and get you toward the end. Okay, sometimes you may want to bump it up or you may want to back it down a little bit. If you've been doing it 2 to 3 times, maybe it's for 1, maybe twice a week. But your consultant can help you walk through that retinization. And then afterwards, you're good to go and you can start incorporating your regular skincare routine. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit more. Let me see if I can find a little, because that's basically it in a nutshell. I love the way it makes my skin feel. I love the fact that the texture of my skin has smoothed itself out. I love that. And it feels just the way I would like it to feel, even though we are now transitioning into a winter and my skin tends to act up a little bit, but I'm holding it back with my retinol. Now, what else I want to tell you? Oh, now when you're going through the retinization process, okay, retinol is so potent, okay, you really want to follow that chart, once a week, for 2 weeks, 2-3 times a week toward the end, okay? But there's some things you cannot do while you're retinizing. I know if you're a fan of your Mary Kay products, there's some things you cannot do while you're doing your 8 weeks, your first 8 weeks. Like you can't use your microdermabrasion refine. You can't use that. Or if you go to the spa, you can't have a microdermabrasion treatment. You can't use your radiance peel. I love my radiance peel, okay? But if you're only using it once or twice a month, you should be okay if you're not using it. You can't use any of the scrubs, can't use the charcoal mask, okay? And if you are using the retinization, you can't use anything in the clear proof line, the acne line, because it's got salicylic acid in it, it's got peroxide in it, so you don't want to mix that up with the retinol. Okay, and the retinol is a nighttime treatment, so you're not going to be using it in the daytime either. Okay, my biggest thing is like, oh my God, I missed it so much, is you can't use the Skin Vigorate brush while you're doing your first 8 weeks of retinization. I mean, because when you're using it, you're going to cleanse your skin, like wash your face. And then you're going to give it a few minutes because you just open up all those pores, okay? So you're going to give it a few minutes before you put the retinol on it. My suggestion is, number 1, if you're going to be using an eye cream, after you cleanse your face, go ahead and apply your eye cream because you're not putting the retinol near your eyes anyway. But you want to go ahead and put the eye cream on first, right? And the reason you're doing this is you don't want to put the retinol on, even though you're not going near your eyes, and then go back behind it and apply some eye cream. Because if you have any residue on your fingers, then you got the retinol on your fingers all near your eyes, and then you calling me screaming, I'm blind, I'm blind. No, not really. But you don't want to do it that way. So go ahead and put your eye cream on. before you do your retinol. Brush your teeth, set up for the night or whatever. About 5 or 10 minutes after you've cleansed your face, then you can go back and you can apply the retinol. Now, this tube is 1 fluid ounce, but even during the 8 weeks and beyond, there you go. This will last you 4 to 5 months. And if you're using the milk, which I didn't have to use a lot of the milk. I love the milk. But after those first couple of weeks where I had the dryness around the cheeks, I didn't have to use it as much. But it felt amazing what I did. And you can use this on top of your makeup. So after you're in the middle of the day and you feel like there's a little bit of dryness here or dryness there, just take a little bit and just kind of blend it in. And it'll smooth it right out and your skin will feel amazing. This will also last 4 to 5 months, even if you're using it twice a day. So that's amazing. Again, this has 0.5% concentration of pure retinol. That's why you need the 8-week retinization, so that your skin can get acclimated to having pure retinol on top of it. And then afterwards, you can ease back into your regular routine. You can start using your brush again, starting it off at a little bit of a slow, gentle rotation on your skin. And then as you get into it, you can go ahead and up the speed on that. The eye patches, you can't use that during your retinization, but right afterwards, you can do it on alternate nights, or you can use it in the morning, your eye patches, and then use your retinol at night. I suggest alternate. If you're going to use the eye patches on Monday, then go ahead and retinize on Tuesday. That's one way to do that. Again, if you're using anything in the clear proof line, it's highly suggested you don't use the clinical solutions and the retinol. They just ain't gonna mix. You don't want to do that. And then you can, incorporate your scrubs and your exfoliating powders after your 8 weeks. Your skin's gonna love it. You're going to notice so much. Retinol is just simply amazing because I love my skin. Like I said, I love the way it looks and I love the tone of it. But what I really like is I don't have to worry about the sag. When you get to a certain age, you start to wonder, gravity, who's not your friend, starts knocking on your door and knocking hard. And the clinical solutions with the retinol helps keep your skin firm, toned, and more youthful looking longer. Because remember, it's preventing all those signs of aging you can't see yet, and it's reversing the signs of aging, renewing cell development. You know what I mean? Putting back some of that collagen and that elastin that you've been losing for years. So retinol is a key ingredient. It's trending. It's trending. That's what they say. It's trending. So retinol is a very key ingredient to your skincare routine. I highly suggest you use it. So that's what retinol is, and that's why you should be using it, because you really want to look youthful, longer, and you want to have something that's going to go in there and put back what time has been trying to take away. So I highly suggest the clinical solution set. This is the retinol itself. I gotta do this lighting, right? 0.5% pure retinol. Okay. And this is the Calm and Restore Facial Milk. Now this has safflower seed oil, coconut oil, jojoba seed oil in it. So it gives you that rich fatty acid burst of moisturization to your skin while you're going through your retinization, and even when you're using the retinol. It is amazing, and it'll last 4 to 5 months. So it's not like you're going to go out and buy some more anytime soon. So let's see. I think that's all I really needed to tell you guys about that, because that's what I had questions about it. And of course, I went looking, and I have to say that I think my skin looks amazing. It feels amazing. I love the way it is. And it's so simple to use and so easy to use. So if you don't have any other questions for me, like I said, it comes in this nice, beautiful box. I'm going to put this back. You can keep this box on and it comes with beautiful instructions with the tracker. So it'll help you keep track of where you are in your retinization period. And again, talk to your consultant. She can get you a journal that'll help you keep track of what's going on with your skin as you are using the clinical solutions set. Okay. Put this back in this beautiful box. I love it. You probably can't see it because of my crazy lighting, but it's got this little diamondy decoration on the box. It'll look good on your dresser. Trust me, it will. So that's what I had tonight as far as what is retinol and why you want to use retinol. I suggest you get with your consultant and she can let you know what's going on as far as what your skin and how your skin can benefit to having retinol added to your skincare routine. Now, of course, I have a product of the day, and no mystery here. It is our clinical solutions. Okay, normally this retails for 120. Okay, but because it was such a star tonight on Ask Tracy, I'm going to retail it at 100. So if you drop a comment, send me a text, DM me saying clinical solutions or TKTV, I know you were here, then you can get it for only 100, free shipping. I'll set it for you. I might even throw a little something in there because that's just the way I roll. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week. If you're in my area, get ready. We're getting some more snow. If not, just sit back, relax, and let winter do its thing. But in the meantime, do what you can to take care of your skin. Incorporate the clinical solutions into your routine so that you can not only prevent those signs of aging you haven't even started to see yet, you can also reverse those visible signs of aging that have already, pulled up a chair and think they're going to sit there for a while. You can stop all that. So, until I see you guys again next week, right here on TKTV, Wednesday night, 7:30, for another episode of Ask Tracy. Oh, if you have questions, be sure to go ahead and DM me, text me, send me a message. You guys know where to find me, and let me know what you want to know. Because like I always say, if you've got questions, I've got answers. So until next time, you guys enjoy the rest of your week. Take care, be safe, and know that I love you. Bye.